welcome back to my channel. Oh my gosh, I have been MIA for the longest time, so I was like, let the girl come back. Honestly, like, let the mamacita come back. So as you all may have seen, or some of you guys may have seen on my Instagram, I mentioned that I was coming back on YouTube and I'll be filming an updated get to know me. And yeah, here we are today. How many years later? Since 2022, 3 years later or 2 years later, here I am back in the streets of the Red app. But anyways, I've been seeing you guys' comments on my pictures, your comments on my TikTok, everything. Like, I've been seeing it, so I was like, girl, let me just give in. So I'm gonna quickly go through the questions that I got and answer as many as I can. Some of them are too personal, but we'll try and, do you get me? So yeah, so today I'll be drinking this girl because there's nothing else. Isopis is sold out. My favorite drink is sold out. The other day I had a alcohol, and I forgot it. I'll insert a picture and show you guys what I had, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So that's what I thought I'll get, but I forgot. So we are, guys. So you guys should grab yourselves a drink and some snacks so we can chillax and get to know me. So cheers, guys. So let's quickly get to know me. Yeah, guys, the troublemaker has arrived, but we move. So firstly, let me introduce myself. My name is Naomi Mavolero and I'm a former YouTuber, so I've come back. Marupin Wabuelo. So Kibuile, guys. So originally I'm from Tafulkop, a little, not really little, but like a village in Sekhukhune district in the beginning of Limpopo, I like to believe. And yeah, I have my dad, my sister, and my other half siblings. Also, what else can I tell you? I'm a mom, I'm a business owner, and all of that jazz. So let me quickly get into the questions that you guys send me on my Instagram and quickly get to know moi. So the first question is, describe yourself using, describe yourself without using your career, family, or marital status. Basically, I can say, I don't know how to answer this question, but to begin with, I never describe myself with any of the mentioned things. So I can basically say that I'm a bubbly person. I cannot easily make friends. Don't like get it twisted. I'm not someone who can easily make friends, but I'm quite friendly. I'm charismatic. I have a very wild sense of humor, and I like to believe I'm a very good like woman or girl in general. So I think, and I hope that I answered that correctly, or I answered it well, so that you can get my. So next question says, how is motherhood treating you so far? Motherhood is kicking me in the lady balls. I know if I can, yeah, Mara, it's tough. I think I enjoyed motherhood when I just had my other baby, like 10 months ago. So when my 2-year-old was still just him, I think I enjoyed that. I mean, when he was still a baby, I enjoyed that. But now having 2 toddlers, don't try it. But I think now that my youngest is growing older, I feel like life is easier now than it was before, because I feel like my youngest was the cleanest. He would cry. Guys, the first 3 months, or the first 6 months, but I can say I love being a mom, and I love being a boy mom as well, although in my heart of hearts I would have wanted my last baby to be a girl. But yeah, God's way is never pleasant. So yeah, I think I am enjoying being a mom. Because I feel like before being a mother, I was like, okay, well, before having my 2 kids, I felt like I did have a social life. I did have a life outside of like home, work, and all of those things. But I kept on feeling like after that, what's there? So that's when I decided, Ubuti, I want to have babies, and they bring me so much joy. I don't think I could ever imagine my life without my kids anymore, because I felt like, I feel like even if I go out, even if I go do anything, the last thing I want is to get home to an empty house. So as soon as I get home, I hear them screaming, crying, kicking, biting, and all of those things. But I feel like it's been a very wonderful journey, although obviously motherhood has its own ups and downs. You won't sleep for a certain period of time, but I mean, when those things are gone, I feel like you will enjoy motherhood, especially when you have a very supportive partner as well. Well, emotionally, financially, lovically, everything. So I just feel like it also plays a role in that as well, because you cannot be a mother alone, although it does happen. But I feel like being alone with two toddlers, it's gonna eat you up though. It's gonna eat you up, but I love it either way. I wouldn't trade it for anything else. So the next question, I'm like, why come back? What's your unpopular opinion you still stand by? Guys, I will never ever in my life settle for less. Unpopular opinion, I will never settle for less. I'll never put myself in a position whereby I'm shrinking myself, or I'm shrinking my, not personality, but my true self. I won't be shrinking my true self to make another person feel comfortable, or to make another person feel like, okay, I have to downsize my lifestyle so that you can feel, where not in your opinion you can feel that no, Naomi is relatable. If I'm not relatable to you, I'm relatable to someone else. I understand. So I feel like my unpopular opinion is that I'll never ever settle for less, in friendships, in relationships, in motherhood, in businesshood, in everythinghood. Like, I'll never, because I feel like at the end of the time, I mean, guys, at the end of the day, I only have one life, and I'm gonna live it only once. So if I want to make you feel comfortable, I'm neglecting myself. What does that say about me? I don't value myself. I don't value my time. I don't value my personality. I don't value my true self. God made me the way that I am. God made me, and that will be me for as long as I will be living on this world. You understand? So I feel like as a person, it differs from person to person. I feel like some people have their own way of living, or their own way of doing things, and that works for them. Kudos to them. But as for moi, baby girl, every chance I get, I will enjoy, and I will enjoy it to the fullest, because that's one thing I promised myself after having kids. Because I felt like when I had my kids, I felt like I was so locked down. Like, I was all about my kids, and also I had my kids like back to back. When my old, the other one was 10 months old, I was pregnant. That's when I got pregnant with this one, my dear. Guys, let's take you go. Asanka go so last year. guys, that time I think even my last pregnancy was the worst pregnancy I ever experienced, because yeah, I was going through the most. But we thank God that baby boy is here, he's healthy, he's growing so well. I just thank God. But I feel like that period of my life taught me so much about myself as well. Like, I don't want to shrink myself anymore, or I don't want to limit myself. But going back to the same thing, I don't want to limit myself from doing everything that I always wanted to do. And I feel like I'm living in my answered prayers. So also I wanted to say that I feel like right now I'm living in my answered prayers, because I always told myself that I wanted to have kids in my 20s and finish with that, and then I wanted to have kids in my 20s and then be done and with that, and enjoy myself and enjoy my life and do everything that I've always wanted to do and enjoy every part of it. And I feel like also raise my kids while I'm still young, if that makes sense. So yeah, I've honestly prayed for that, and that was one thing that I always told myself, that this is basically what I wanted for myself and my family. Next question: what makes you feel most alive? My children, my boys, although they make me feel like I want to jump off a cliff sometimes, they don't listen, they're naughty, but my boys make me feel so like, yeah, they bring life to me. Like, I don't know, I feel like I've been in episodes whereby I was depressed, questioning the state of my life, questioning my goals, questioning everything about myself and God as well. But every single time I would remember what, like, I brought someone into this world. I can't just give up now, or I can't just give up. Who's gonna be there for them? So I just feel like that also always makes me remember, girl, jump off a cliff. So if we jump off a cliff, okay, right. How do you define happiness? I feel like happiness to me is being able to do everything that I want to do without questioning, considering, or basically like having to look into a lot of things before I can be able to do what I want. What I want being like traveling, going out to eat, basically doing all the girly stuff. Because I feel like, to me, happiness is like my day-to-day things. Today I can just wake up and decide, okay, I feel like going to get my nails done. That makes me happy. Tomorrow, if I see that, okay, there's a trip to this so place, I feel like I want to go there. I've never been there. I want to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I feel like those are the things that make me happy. And I feel like if I cannot do those things, if I can't live that way, I feel like I lose my spark and I lose my happiness as well. Because I feel like, what am I gonna be doing? Because I want to have a life outside of my kids. Although I love them so much, I also want to have a life outside of my kids. I hope that makes sense. I'm a very huge blabber, like I blab a lot. What has been your greatest challenge and how did you overcome it? Motherhood, postpartum depression, and how I overcame it was just let it go, my dear. I feel like you just have to let it grow out of you, and also let it grow in you, because at the same time there's certain things in life that you cannot run away from. Although it doesn't happen to everyone, I know for a fact that postpartum depression doesn't happen to anyone or everyone. Yeah, it doesn't happen to everyone, but at the same time I also feel like once you are in that bubble of that little postpartum depression, don't rush yourself out of getting better, going out, doing this, doing that, because I feel like at the end of the day you are going to go back to that depression. So I feel like, in my opinion, I waited it out. I dealt with myself. I feel like I'm super blessed, because I have I have a stay-in nanny who is always with me. She would take the baby at night if I'm not sleeping, or like if I'm with him all night crying, doing this, doing that. First thing in the morning, she'll come take him and all of those things. And I feel like she could also see that I was going through a lot at the time, and she would like try as much as possible. Even the habit also like came in now as well, that she even takes the baby even when I'm not doing anything, even when I'm just laying in bed. She'll like play with the baby all day and all of those until I'm the one who's like, okay, can I take him now? So I feel like that was one thing that also like was a very big help in my opinion. One thing I will always say, and I always say to people, I'm like, I salute women who do not have nannies, helpers, and all of those things, because what do you mean 24/7? But may God bless you guys, because now I feel like I live too much in my head, so I feel like a lot of things like get so they get to me easily. But that's one thing I'm still working on. I'm still growing. I'm still in my 20s, although it's the last year of my 20s, but yeah, I'm still in my 20s. Next question: what is something you're deeply passionate about? I'm deeply passionate about getting out the hood, because I feel like my mom passing, me moving back with my dad, and all the whole like family dynamic to me made me want to work hard even more, made me want to go out of, not really out of what I was brought up in, but make a difference. The life that my parents gave me and the life that the life that my parents gave me, the life that I want to give my children. Do you understand? So I feel like also that is what made me want to work hard, want to push myself out of the hood, even though I'm in the village. So yeah, I think that is one thing that impact. Next question: what does a perfect day look like to you? A self-care day. Nails, lashes, brow threading, like give it to me, and then top it off with what? Go and eat a lunch date, a very sushi-licious, a very nice lunch date with a cute cocktail here and there. I mean, like, that would be like one of the most, like, I don't know, when I come back home, I feel like guys, cocktail jaka J2 didn't that's when I can say, well, you know what, we had a time. And sometimes I feel like recently I've started having solo dates, although it was something that I was very scared of. As much as I mentioned before, that I'm a person who lives a lot in their head. So I'm like, I have sometimes, not all the time, I have social anxiety. So I feel like I cannot sit alone and not talk to anyone and eat by myself. I feel like it's so weird, but I've learned to love it. I've learned to embrace it. I've learned to sit by myself. So plan out my life over a drink by myself, over lunch by myself, and I'm very, very like appreciative of that. I've grown out of the stage where I was scared to sit outside or I sit at a restaurant by myself. Yeah. What are your biggest fears or concerned about the future? My biggest fears about the future is that not knowing when I will die and how old my kids will be then, because I feel like that's the only thing that has brought so much trauma to me, because my mom died when I was still young at the age of 12 and my little sister was 8. So that's one thing that is always at the back of my mind. My partner knows this. I always say that. I'm like, I pray to God I don't die young and leave my kids for another person to raise and mistreat them and whatnot and whatnot. That's the only, I feel like that's the only thing that I can say really, really like stresses me out, worries me, gives me sleepless nights. Because if it's money, babe, we are still going far. We'll make the money, we'll eat the nice food, we'll fly private jet, we'll do this, we'll do that. But the only thing that I know, what, it's up to God. Yeah, That's the only thing that really scares me and like gives me so much anxiety, because I feel like my kids are literally so young, and my mom died so young as well. She was only 32. Was she 32 or 36? Okay, well, I don't remember, but I'll correct it when I edit this. But yeah, that is one thing that really stresses me out. What's your tradition or ritual that is important to you? Never go to bed without praying. That is so important to me, although I have done it so many times. But I always, as soon as I wake up, or in the middle of the night or in the morning, also never go to bed without praying. Never leave your house without praying, even if you're just going to the grocery store, even if you're just going more for a walk, even if you're doing this, even if you're doing that. I feel like sometimes prayer blocks a lot of problems in your life. Or even if it's just a simple prayer: God, please be with me as I leave the home, as I drive out, and please be with me or keep me safe until I come back to my children. That's the best thing. I mean, like, I've been like in situations whereby I feel like, oh my gosh, had I not prayed, this would have been something else. Or had I not prayed, I wouldn't have seen 1 2 3 4 5. So I feel like, yeah, that's my ritual and tradition that I'll always keep, I'll always live by, and I'll always cherish and pass down to my kids. What does success mean to you? The thought of never having to work hard and work my ass off, because I feel like I'm a person who wants to work smart, not hard. If it means that I can sit down right now, film 5 videos in one go, I'm done. I have 3 or the whole week to go and do whatever I want to do. Success to me is me being able to work smart and not hard, not strain my mental health, not strain my body, not strain my children from not seeing me, not strain my relationships, not strain so many things, aspects in my life. That's what I believe success means to me. Next, how do you deal with uncertainty or stress? Girl, I sleep through it. Like, I don't want to lie to you guys and say, oh my god, I journal, I do this, I do pray as well, but I don't have any manual, or I don't have any thing that I can say, yeah, whenever I'm stressed, this is what I'll do. Firstly, I'll pray about it, girl. I'm going to sleep. As soon as I'm done praying that prayer, when I surrender it and I give it to God, I hop on my bed, I'm sleeping. I cannot stress. Because especially if it's something that I cannot change, a person's behavior, a person's opinion, things that are out of my control, I'm sorry, I'm leaving it to God, and that's final. How do you approach conflict or disagreement? I feel like this is a very tricky question, because sometimes I feel like I'm the person who's very like competitive when it comes to arguments and conflict, and I don't want to be wrong, and at the same time I don't want to seem like a person who doesn't want to be corrected at the same time. So I feel like at this point in my life, it depends also on where these conflicts are coming from and who I'm having these conflicts. If it's relationship wise, babe, we'll deal with it. We are going to have a problem and we're going to fix it today. I'm not the type who like the grudges, get mad at my man for like 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 days. I mean, like, I'm the person that if I'm angry today, I want us to talk about this now, and I want us to solve this now. Party fail. I'm not a person, I'm not gonna hop on my bed or 5 years ago. No, I'll just be like, you know what, we need to resolve this and it's finished. But when it comes to friendship, I'm someone who is not, I feel like if me and you as a friend, we are having arguments and conflicts, then we don't need to be friends. Because I'm not gonna have problems in my home, have problems with my kids, have stress in work, have stress in my other aspects of my life, in businesses and whatnot. Get lo ema lweni mo phone no rwani yeah ibile wena wa yeah wena wa tsamaya wa botsa mama and I feel like most of my friends know this. I'm not someone who like I'll come to you, yeah, I heard someone saying this and that about you, but when we or I feel like you're not being my friend anymore, or you're not rooting for me anymore. Like, if I have to do that to you as a friend, just know it's over. Like, I won't even ask you anything. That's just me. I won't go out of my way to come and be like, Mikhan, why did you do this? I'm not that kind of a person. I'm okay. Now I'm just like a cordial person. You give me, I give you. You don't give me, I don't give you. Because I feel like I've established that in my life, and my friends know the type of person that I am. So yeah. Well, when it comes to family as well, I don't like talking too much, because I feel like I'm the type of person where if I'm angry and you're not getting me, and you keep like like it's not open, like guys, problem. Next, what's the biggest thing that you can you wish you could change about the world? I feel like genocide, guys. I mean, like Little King, GBV, like all these things that we keep seeing, women, like, why? Like, and it's always men. That's the saddest part. If it was like, okay, 50-50 rate, or like, do you get me? Like, it would be normal. Well, okay, not normal, but it would be at least concerning, or like basadi ba timela, basadi ba bolaiwa, basadi ba leva. And the thing that hurts me the most as a mother, I feel like, how do you assault and murder an 8-month-old child? How do you take someone on a date, chop them up into pieces, and discard their body like, I could say, that's been like looking matter? I mean, like, what? Yeah, that's it. I feel like that's the only thing I could change about the world. And unfortunately, we are trying so much. Every month, every day we preach about women's health. We preach about, yeah, we always have to like defend ourselves from the very people that we believe that are supposed to protect, serve, love, and, you know, be with us. But yeah, although this is not how it's supposed to be, and I believe that God didn't make it to be like this. Next question, what's something you've changed in your mind What's something you've changed your mind about recently? Going out to eat alone. Yes. I feel like I was so like, hey, I don't want to lie to you. And I would get so bored, like when one of my friends is busy, I'll ask the other friend, are you available? No, I'm not around. Keep busy. Ask the other friend, hey, Umokai, can we go out for lunch, or can we? And sometimes people don't always have disposable money to go out on a random Tuesday, you understand me? So at least you need to like inform people in time and all of those things. But I've learned to be able to do solo dates, and I'm loving it, honestly. But the only thing about me is that once I eat, it's time to vamoose. I don't sit at the restaurant for like 3-4 hours. I'm just there to do what I need to do and get out of there. But I've been loving that, honestly. What's something you're looking forward to in the future? I'm looking forward to grow myself on YouTube. I'm looking forward to growing my business, because currently I'm in business. I'm in the beauty industry. I've been in the beauty industry, you guys know from my old YouTube videos. You've seen me when I was still selling clothes. makeup products. Well, I don't have makeup products, I just have lip glosses. Even the one that I use now, it's one of them, and eyelashes. So I'm looking forward to growing in those aspects, being more consistent, because honestly there's no growth without consistency. So I just want to be more consistent with this content creating, and also I want to continue growing with the will to succeed in my business. Last question: what's a piece of advice that you've ever received? I have short-term memory loss, so I have to dig deep for this one, but I don't think I got this advice. Okay, no, wait. Okay, also I think I saw this in a movie, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember what movie it was. I think it was the panda movie. Like, wait, hold on. What does the turtle say? Ish, I saw it in the panda. Like, what did the turtle say in the Kung Fu Panda movie? Okay, Shion found it. So this is a piece of advice that I got from a childhood favorite movie. My kids watch this movie all the time, so it's something that I'll always hold dear to my heart, and it's something that I'll always live by. Yesterday is a mystery. Sorry, let me start over. Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That is why it is called the present. I hope you guys can also feel what I'm feeling and experience life in this context, because I feel like I've lived too much in my head, although this is what I know that I live by, and this is something that I'll always live by. But sometimes very things in life happen that will push you away from your initial self and your personal, growth and all of those things. But knowing deep down in you that there's certain things you cannot change in life, there's certain things that you cannot move, there's certain things that you cannot undo, especially in your past and in your growth and all of those things. But the fact that you should know that today is the present day, live for today. Nah, yolo ngwanyana. Even if I get 100 million today, ask my sister what I'll do to that 100 million. Bona ke tlo re ya party, bona go ba bitsa ka mokere tla re jeng, let's go out. I'm one person that is like, I don't know, maybe it's because of the way I grew up, and I've always wanted nice things for myself, that now whenever I work hard and my hard work pays off, it's time for enjoyment. So that's how I've been living, and that's the best piece of advice that I've got from a childhood movie. Anyways, you guys, thank you for watching, and I hope you comment, like, subscribe, tell everyone what well, when at first I was not in Mago the Boys, but as big as a Mago Boys Club, Mara no. Mago Boys Club, she's back, better than before, better than I ever left your FYP. Earrings and bush. But anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you continue to like, comment, subscribe, and support my content so the girl can grow. Guys, these marks, I got them from the lurking into hot comb. Yeah, because what ends will be so harassing in the beauty industry. But anyways, you guys, bye.